Guys often make a big mistake when they try to be more attractive to women. Instead of thinking about what women like, they focus on what guys think is cool. Imagine this. Some guys think being tall and super muscular is the way to go. But hold on a second. Have you seen how crazy people go for the members of BTS? They're not all tall and jacked, right? So, yeah, that tweet got me thinking. What women find attractive is like a huge buffet with all kinds of dishes. And us guys, we try to turn it into a math problem when it's more like a wild adventure. In this video, we're going to take a deep dive into the female gaze versus the male gaze. Part 1, the female gaze. At its core, it is story-driven. There's a reason why the best-selling books year after year are romance novels, and the biggest consumers of them are women. There's also a reason why the fanfic community is almost exclusively women writing about fictional characters. It's the same reason why artists and musicians throughout history have been loved by women. They tell a story with their creativity. You also tell a story every time you walk out of the door. You just don't realize it. The way you dress, your choice of hair, the way you walk, your body language, all these tell a story, and women pick up on it. Part 2, looks matter. This is not at all to say that women don't like or prefer a handsome guy, a nice jawline, slight facial hair, height, a lean physique, darker features, and a mix of masculine and feminine features. If you wanted to create a guy that appeals to the most amount of women worldwide, he'd probably look something like Michael from the movie 365 Days. But even when it comes to looks, there's a huge variance in types. Make him a bit more feminine, and you have Zayn Malik. Make him more masculine, and you have Giga Chat. But remember, this is just ideals. As a guy yourself, if your type is tall blondes, when considering attractiveness, it doesn't mean you wouldn't go for a short brunette. The concept of the black pill, part 3, serves as an antidote for some. When men hear of a woman's ideals of being tall, fit, and rich, it often triggers feelings of inadequacy and hopelessness. However, spending time observing couples in any busy downtown square offers a different perspective. Through a male gaze, you'll notice average guys with average girls, and even average guys with beautiful girls. This reveals that women don't solely base attractiveness on physical appearance. What draws women to certain men goes beyond physicality. Confidence, security, self-validation, and mystery are attractive traits. These men don't seek validation from others and exude charisma and kindness. While men tend to emphasize physical attractiveness, women consider various factors such as humor, voice, smell, kindness, skills, and empathy when assessing attractiveness. Thus, attractiveness through the female gaze encompasses a broader spectrum. The female gaze operates like Play-Doh, moldable and evolving. Initially, a woman may not be physically attracted to a man, but as she gets to know him, attraction can grow significantly. This dynamic is common, with men often starting in the all right category and either plummeting to disinterest or elevating to intense attraction. This contrasts with men's tendency to fall in love at first sight, illustrating the complexity of attraction from a female perspective. In understanding attractiveness through the female gaze, it's crucial to distinguish between relative and absolute terms. Height, income, and status are often cited as desirable traits. However, when women express a preference for taller men or higher earners, it's relative to their own stature and aspirations. Most couples in these categories share commonalities, such as the man being slightly taller and earning slightly more. Discussions about income range reflect considerations of lifestyle and contribution within the relationship, emphasizing a partnership dynamic. Yeah, correct. Yeah, you'd be willing to do up to 50. Yeah, absolutely. Status is hard to calculate, but we can assume this is probably true too. And let's be honest, pretty much every guy lies about their height, which has majorly skewed people's perception of what 6 feet or 6 inches actually looks like. So, as long as you're a bit taller and make a bit more money, you're going to be all right. There's this really corny saying that I love. It goes like this: you can be the ripest, juiciest peach in the world, and there's still going to be somebody who hates peaches. And this is very true. A lot of men's content on improving attractiveness can sometimes feel like needing to appeal to as many people as possible. Some traits can be universal. It's never bad to have nice skin and to keep fit. But trying to appeal to as many people as possible is basically like trying to be the McDonald's of men. Instead, be French cuisine. Find your niche and thrive in that arena. If you're a fitness guy and into bodybuilding, that's great. You're going to go for a certain look, and the people you end up attracting will be fitness girls. Historically, most people end up partnered with people that are into their relative class and ethnic group. But with how connected we are now due to technology, our tribe has expanded and very much includes niche interests and subcultures. So remember, don't be McDonald's, be French cuisine. We've talked a lot about the female gaze and the different ways men can be attractive. But when it comes down to it, most people are meeting through dating apps, and none of those things can be determined from a profile on a dating app. This is why dating apps are such an unnatural way of meeting people, and why both men and women seem to hate using them. Swiping on a man and woman generator is a completely unnatural way to approach dating, so it's no shock that unnatural selection habits form from it, and why you see lopsided Tinder experiments where most men will swipe right on an anamorph picture of a pig because they're so desperate for attention, until someone invents a better way of connecting people. You can still set up an amazing profile of yourself that tells a story and puts you in the most attractive light possible. Lastly, I want to talk about why I believe certain traits and types are deemed more attractive than others through the female gaze. Bad boys are attractive not because they're criminals or dangerous, but because of the traits that they represent. They're typically confident, social, and stand up for themselves and the people around them. Girls like a guy that sets boundaries and doesn't let her steamroll him. Being a pushover and having no spine is perhaps the most unattractive qualities in a man, and a bad boy represents the exact opposite of this archetype. It's the actual traits behind the label and what they represent that are actually attractive. Same with being rich. It's nice to date someone wealthy, but it's the qualities behind acquiring wealth that are actually attractive. Hard work, determination, leadership, and creativity. It's the same reason women will date a starving artist if they believe he has potential. I wanted to make this video for one main reason. A lot of men are deriving their self-worth from the validation of being attractive to women, and they try to live up to impossible standards, or, in some aspects, standards that they could never reach. There is nothing wrong with trying to become more attractive, but seeing both perspectives on each side will give you a fuller picture and let your true self shine through. Thanks for watching.